Yo, what is up, all you primetime players, all you primetime fans, all you newcomer to skips coming on to the podcast? This is the Prime Time Thoughts podcast, and I am your host, Zechariah Scott. And for this podcast episode, I'm going to be talking about what is next from the young face of the league, the young superstar, Anthony Edwards, and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Why I'm talking about this next is because Ant is one of my favorite players. That's currently in the league. I want to give you guys a podcast episode and just give my thoughts on what possibly we could see next for the Ant Man from Anthony Edwards and everything like that. So, what I think is the next step for Anthony Edwards is to continue improving. Every summer he's gotten better. Every summer he's added everything that's new to the game, and came in as a scorer, but more of a slasher and more of a guy to get to the rim and stuff like that, and had decent jump shots. But every year in the league, he's gotten better and better. He's gotten better mid range. Now he's have a better three ball, and he still has some post game and stuff like that. But I think he just needs to continue his improvement and continue to drive for a championship. He's already said he's committed to work harder than ever this summer, and is expected coming back even stronger and aiming to get his game in Minnesota to the NBA Finals and win the NBA Finals. So I think that's what's next for Ant. I think area of focus that he needs to focus on is his off ball movement. And Ant should be better at coming off of screens and getting open off of screens and being more of an off ball shooter and an off ball scorer and stuff like that. And I think he also needs to add more of a post game to himself, like how Kobe and MJ did. As soon as they started noticing that they had got a step, or players will like be a little bit faster, or might be a little bit players might his defenders might be a little bit faster than him, add in a post game, or they see the triple team is coming, or they see the double team is coming, and they see the traps coming and stuff like that, so he could add a post game into it, so that way he can get his post fade going, he could get his post game and mid range going and stuff like that. It gets him closer to the rim, so that way he can get some maybe he can get some easy layups from a spin, post spin, or just increases, and the post game can increase his footwork. So he'll have better footwork from adding in a post game. He needs to get to the free throw line a little bit more. Chris Finch, the Timberwolves coach, wants Edwards to get to the free throw line a little bit more. He needs to be a little bit more aggressive, and he needs to be getting in some calls. So we all know he's a superstar. He's gonna get those calls anyway because he is a superstar in this league. But he needs to start getting he needs to start looking for some of those calls a little bit more, and putting people in bad positions to where he could get those calls. You see how Shea took that step when he was getting better and better. And yes, people call Shea a free throw merchant. That's mainly because they don't like going up against Shea, and they don't like what how Shea be getting some of those calls and stuff. But it's a part of the game. You gotta, if the ref's gonna give you those free throws, and now you getting in a worse defender on Shea and stuff like that. It's just something that I feel like he needs to add a little bit more, getting more to the free throw line. And that could be necessarily from, like I said, it could be from in the post, getting a little bit more slashes going, getting guys in bad positions from his jump shots and stuff like that. So, I also think, but yeah, he definitely needs to add a post game and go back to adding pull up game, pull up mid range, pull up three and stuff like that. Add his pull up jumper back in his game. Another thing he needs to add is continue to keep playmaking for others when he does have the ball in his hand. Continue to keep getting guys involved and stuff like that. Don't be too passive now. He needs to still keep being aggressive and still getting his teammates involved, and while still getting his shot going and stuff like that. But also, like, he does make smart, good decision playmaking ways and stuff like that. So, keep doing what you were doing, but just increase a little bit more. Don't be afraid to add a post game. We seen, like I said, we seen Kobe take that leap. We see LeBron take that leap. We see Jordan take that leap, and they all been faces of the league at one point, and they're considered top three or definitely all top five and stuff in the game. So, and we all seen them take those steps. What he also needs to do is he needs to get in with the front office, with the ownership group and the GM and his coach and stuff like that, and ask them like, what are we gonna continue to do to for the championship drive? Like I said, the Timberwolves and Edwards need to focus on just what's next and going into the finals. Potential for growth. What he needs to keep building on is his all-star status. Edwards needs to stay consistent and improve on his being more of an all-star. Just keep putting up all-star numbers. If he could keep putting up more, start getting in that MVP race and start saying that he wants to be the MVP. Why can't he be the MVP? Adidas and all his brands and stuff like that need to start incorporating that he is an MVP or a future MVP. Start playing like an MVP. Start treating yourself like an MVP. Start having an attitude like an MVP. Start getting yourself in that MVP race. Now he was fifth this season in MVP, fourth or fifth, one of the two. I know he was definitely top five. I think LeBron was 4, and then Ant was 5. I believe that was the MVP results and stuff like that. So he's within that race, but he needs to be out of a finalist or just straight up win the MVP. If he could straight up win the MVP, it'd be even better. Something that I think the Timberwolves office needs to do is Ant needs a backcourt mate. Ant needs a good, serviceable backcourt mate. Now, Mike Conley is good. I give you that. Mike Conley is good. He's a good starter. He's a good guy. He's been playing great basketball and stuff like that. But I'm gonna go to Basketball Reference right here. Let me go to Timberwolves and let me go to Mike Conley. Let's see. Just off of this playoff run alone, he's only averaging six points per game. And every year in Minnesota, it's been going down. At first when he first got there, it was 12. Then it went to 11.6. Now it's down to 6. Just 6 points per game. That's not going to cut it. Now you're going to be like, well, he was never really a scorer like that. Well, I beg you wrong. Because when he was with the Grizzlies, he would at least give you, his lowest was 14.1. His highest was 17. So he's at least giving you like that 14-17, which is great. He also, I'm sorry. His highest playoff run was in 16-17 when he had 24, right? So his lowest was 14, his highest was 24. So Mike Conley, in his real good prime, he got you 24. So he was a good scorer. He was a guy, right? He might have not been the main guy, but he was a guy. He was going to give you some buckets, right? He was being real serviceable. Now, when he took a step back in Utah, I get it, I understand. But in Utah, he gave you one playoff series, he gave you, or one playoff run, he gave you 19, then 15, and then his last year in Utah, he gave you 9. Now he's got 12. Now, and with the Timberwolves, he's giving you 12, 11, and 6. This playoff run, he's giving you 6. If I could go and see, like, what series, like, go and dive into a series, I wish I could. I wish I could. But, I mean, it's not looking good by far, it's not looking good for Mike Conley. So I definitely say let's start with um, just giving him a better backcourt mate. You know what I'm saying? Like somebody that could actually go help him get other people involved. He needs a. I seen somewhere that the Memphis Grizzlies, not Memphis Grizzlies. I was just talking about them. The Timberwolves, they need another alpha, and that is true. They do need another alpha, and go see what you could go get out there. Like go get an alpha, or go get a good second option and stuff like that. But let's start with that. He needs another backcourt mate. He need to look for another dynamic backcourt mate to run with Edwards and strengthen the offense and still get guys involved and stuff like that. There's some potential trades. There's potential trades that's out there. If you looking for an alpha, look no further than Kevin Durant. Now looking for Giannis Antetokounmpo, that's gonna be hard. You're gonna be giving up a lot. And you're gonna be gutting out your whole roster, your whole future. It's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough to get Giannis, but will it be worth it? Yes, it would definitely be. I'm taking out my glasses because I'm tired of looking at that glare. But it would definitely be worth it if you could manage to get Giannis. And that would be great to see. And Giannis playing together and stuff like that. Shoot. But more realistically, I think Kevin Durant will be a better option. Now, Kevin Durant, I think you could give up Rudy, and you just draft you a center. You draft you a center. If Queen could land within their range at 17 in the first round. Queen could land within their range. He could make it there. So if you could get Queen, that rookie Queen, that'd be great. But trading Rudy Gobert, I would keep Nas Reed. I would definitely keep Nas Reed and bring in Queen or bring in another rim protector off the bench. You know what I'm saying? So Nas Reed would be my starter. And he's going to be my main offensive guy. There it is. It finally focused. Nas Reed going to be my main offensive guy. But I got like Queen. I got another rim protector that like another 7-footer that I could come in to. That way when I'm dealing with guys in the West, that's all these big 7-footers that's agile and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? I need that athlete rim protector, lob threat guy that could come in just in case and offer a cheaper deal and stuff like that than what Rudy Gobert serves me right now. Because if I look up Rudy Gobert numbers in this playoff run, it ain't gonna be nice either. Because I think I saw something where he was like giving you 6 and 6 or 4.6 rebounds, no assists. So it's not looking great for Gobert either. Like, they're not bringing you nothing on offense, and they're barely bringing you anything on defense. I think it's might be time to package them up and let them go. You are probably losing Alexander Walker in free agency. If I'm the Timberwolves, I'm probably losing Alexander Walker in free agency, but that's okay because I got some young guys. In a Rob Dillingham, in a Jalen Clark, in a Shepard Jr. that we seen play. I got some guys that could come in and do what what Alexander Walker was doing, and also at a cheaper deal and stuff like that. So I could reload with that. That's also what I could do with my second round pick, is go pick up a Alexander Walker replacement and stuff like that. So I'm not hurting if I do lose Alexander Walker, because I got guys currently on the roster and they seen it and they can learn from They probably been learning from Mike Conley, you know what I'm saying, learning from my vets and stuff like that, learning from DiVincenzo, learning from the guys that was playing and stuff like that. And now they're in another year and they've been seeing the experience and stuff like that. So I'm not hurting if I lose Alexander Walker. This is what I'm basically saying. But yeah, there's definitely ways to get get KD. Yeah, you can have Ant, still have Jaden McDaniels. You might lose Julius Randle in the trade. I would imagine if I'm the Suns, I would want to keep Julius Randle. I would want Julius Randle because I want to keep Devin Booker. And in the end, I want to keep Devin Booker, right? But if I want to keep Devin Booker, and I'm willing to give y'all Kevin Durant, and I'm not, and Bradley Beal is not going for any type of trade, I would imagine that they would want Rudy. You're trying to throw in Rudy. You might lose a pick. You might lose that second round or a future first or second. If I'm the Suns, I would imagine Dante DiVincenzo is gone. I would imagine Dante DiVincenzo is gone. I'm probably gonna want Mike Conley and Dante DiVincenzo. I'm probably gonna want bro and Rudy with a pick if I'm gonna give you KD. Now I might get KD and somebody else, but I mean, it's better. Something better than nothing is what I'm trying to basically give up. All right. So I say that to say that it's possible. It's very possible to get KD, and you definitely trying to give up Rudy, but you don't have to lose Jaden McDaniels. You know what I'm saying? Or you don't have to lose Randolph. So what does my team look like if I don't give up Randall, right? Julius Randle. Julius Randle is a free agent. Now, if I bring in KD and I keep McDaniels, I'm looking at point guard, whatever point guard I can find out of younger veteran or something like that, right? There's a lot of veteran PGs out there, so and I'm more sure somebody will want to come over. Hey, Chris Paul is serviceable enough, you know. Chris Paul come in, be your starter, teach your young guys, stuff like that. And I'm just saying, that's the first name that come off my head, but there's also other PGs. I didn't look up the list, but thank y'all for upset. Bless you. But yeah, so Tyus Jones might be another one. There's a lot of PGs out there that I could see could be serviceable for the Timberwolves. So insert point guard, Ant at your 2, Daniels at your 3. This is where things get interesting because I really want that. If Randall leaves, KD is going to my 4, and I'm having Nasri in my 5. My 6 man is whoever is. My bench is gonna be Dillingham, Jalen Clark, Shumpert, and like my young guys. My bench is gonna be my young guys, but at least I know they're serviceable young guys. If I could keep Dante DiVincenzo coming off the bench, that's great. But if I insert him as my PG, that's great too. Either way, I can't go wrong with having Dante DiVincenzo as my 6 man or coming in as my PG. Ain't nothing wrong with that, right? Now, if Randall stays, then shit gets really tricky. That's where it gets really tricky, because I don't see Jaden McDaniels coming off the bench, and I don't see Jaden McDaniels coming off the bench, and I don't see Randall coming off the bench. I don't. But KD definitely got to start. Ant and KD definitely got to start, and you gotta have Naz Reid on the court, because Randall is not a center. So it's going to be interesting. Now, if you could get a sign and trade for Randall, that's even better. But that's something that this new ownership group has to decide. It's going to be very interesting to see what they do from that. But yes, you got a new ownership group. And like I said, you have with this new ocean group, they have the 17th overall pick in the first round. They got the 31st second round pick. They would need to decide what players they want to. They would need to decide rather to use these picks to acquire a player like Kevin Durant or select player to contend immediately in the future. Some free agent moves. There's several key free agents they need to consider. Like I said, if you could keep Alexander Walker, Gray, Chris Paul, Tyus Jones, and like I said, even more. They will need to decide rather to re-sign Nas Reed, who has been a valuable asset and been getting better and better every year. They also have players like Mike Conley, who has not been with the team, who might not be with the team next year. So they definitely need to increase their They definitely need, like I said earlier, a backcourt mate. But they do have a good young core in Shepard Jr., Jalen Carr, Rob Dillingham, and they just need to see the boys on the court. We need to see the guys on the court. Some of these young guys be serviceable, stuff like that. So, in essence, the Timberwolves are at a crossroads. They have talented young core, a new ownership group, and several decisions to make. Their ability to make the right decision in free agency, the draft, and possibly through trades will determine whether they can improve their position in a Western Conference and compete for a championship for the next couple of years. So to recap, I think they should keep Nas Reed, try and trade for KD. If you could get something for Julius Randle and Mike Conley as well, I would do it. I would definitely do it. But for Ant Solely, he needs to increase his mid range, his pull up jumper, his mid range. Get back to shooting his mid range, pull up jumper, and add a post game. Definitely add a post game. And with that being said, this has been your boy Zechariah Scott from the Primetime Thoughts Podcast, and peace. Catch y'all on the next one real soon.